In Assassin's Creed
Alright, there we go.
Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking
Are we gonna see
invasion of
gameplay?
England. You play as Eivor, a Viking from Norway, who will lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British Isles. Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal: to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
For the good of our clan, it is time we go a Viking. Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring dynasties, a land of opportunity and riches. As you prowl England's rivers by longship, you may raid locations you spot from the shoreline.
Man, this looks pretty good.
Ground your ship and blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle.
I love burning shit, so. Hell yeah.
Your crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies, battering down doors, and stealing cargo too heavy for one set of arms. Whatever riches and resources you pillage may be used to develop your settlement, giving you access to useful services, better tools, and new settlers. At the heart of your settlement is the Alliance map. It will serve as a record of the allies you have made, and a guide for future opportunities. The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends. In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed game. Every archetype offers a unique challenge. Some will coordinate with their allies for special attacks,
The
while
fuck?
others will use nearby objects to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors. To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand. Take the fight to your foes with a host of brutal new combat abilities. Snare them with a Viking harpoon. Pummel them with throwing axes. Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance, or finish them off. Dual wield any two weapons you wish to unleash a deadly combination.
This kind of reminds me of For Honor. It's got a For Honor feel
Customize your
to it.
fighting style as you see fit, and become a legendary Viking warrior. All combinations of weapons are available to dual wield, including two shields. Not all situations call for violence. In this new land, a Viking must find a way to adapt. As Eivor is not welcome in England, you may need to outsmart your enemies, avoiding unwanted attention in towns and bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds, and
What
slip
the hell is
past
he
watchful eyes. An unseen hunter among the people.
You play any of the Assassin's Creed game? Oh, yeah.
From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the
Because when
land
you get in your
if you want to
laptop,
endure.
it's been like 2 months.
Hunt and forage to replenish your health and fortify your equipment.
Oh shit.
Search pagan temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement. The more you explore, the more of England's secrets you will reveal.
Game looks so good right now. When is this coming out?
Ravens, show no mercy!
But as you push deeper into England, the enemy will push back.
It looks good? Yeah, it looks pretty
In a
good.
series of climactic moments, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature massive assaults in which you will lead Eivor's army into battle against heavily guarded Saxon fortresses.
Today we will reclaim her. Today we fight for your land. And tomorrow we rebuild.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport you to wondrous and haunted lands, inspired by Norse myths
What the
and
hell?
England's pagan roots. It will challenge and surprise.
Thank you, man.
With unforgettable characters, thrilling triumphs,
Tonight.
and tragic losses, giving you the chance to live your own Viking saga.
Ouch. Wait, do you get a Krieger character? You play.
Going and facing off against Ruud aggressively, but we tend to always have to support a 360-degree approach in these things. So the player could have approached this a little bit more stealthy and gotten at least like a good critical hit on either Ruud or his wolf, and so you can play this a little bit more strategically if that's your playstyle.
So we're not only fighting Ruud here, but also his pet wolf, right?
One of my preferred strategies is to eliminate the wolf first, just focus fire on him. It takes at least one opponent out of the combat. Now Ruud will have extra abilities that come into play if you do eliminate his wolf, but I think having one opponent less in the battlefield makes for a good strategy in the whole.
For all your efforts, only the cold dark of Niflheim awaits you.
Valhalla is my destiny. That fate will not be met today. Why does there should be room, wolf
The
kissed?
combat looks kind of bored now. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like,
Better than this, than all of them.
Do not drag me down to the sewage you wallow in.
We just had Dane fight tooth and nail for a sanction.
the combat doesn't look refreshing. There's nothing new about it.
You throw in with these wastrels, these arrogant swine.
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly.
All right, so we've defeated Ruud, we freed Oswald. What comes next?
I won't have
Oswald
my
in this
reign
case
begin until
prefers
blood spilled
for
where it's needed.
Ruud to be kept alive, and so you basically
Kill him.
have to choose: are you going to go against his wishes or stay true to your nature?
So we have this choice to make, but before we get into that, I want to rewind a little bit because we
Off
just
of the
did this
Zed.
big grand assault, but Eivor couldn't have done it alone. She
feel me?
clearly had to recruit some folks
This is
along
the,
way, get some troops, get some
Assassin's
allies. So let's actually
Creed
rewind
Valhalla,
and see how we
gameplay.
went about first gathering those troops.
In a more detail.
Right. So when coming up to an assault, it's a game of
The
numbers.
event is over.
Eivor
I'm just,
can go into pretty much any location.
I'm just looking a little
and
bit into the
be,
gameplay.
A stealthy Viking, eliminating some of
It still looks a little.
assets,
The
which
combat looks a
ultimately
little stale
would
to
be
me. It's
a strategy. You can do that, and you'll have some of the ingredients.
Maybe there's
or,
more to
of
come.
The assets there that
Maybe
will have been
speaking too
sabotaged,
soon,
but
but
you still need a army. So here, what we're seeing is
combat
Eivor going
is,
around the countryside and raising what we call a fyrd, which is the men
Blood
and
Boars.
the women of the territory who come up and fight in the name of a king.
Stealthy
So
Viking
here,
on Sour. Yeah, I'm
Eivor's
going in and
around
fucking
trying
up
to convince
everybody,
people
straight
to
up.
fight in the name of Oswald to finally take down the oppressor that is Ruud.
Defending East Anglia, defending you.
no stealth.
Will you not do the same?
What? Die in defense of a lost cause?
Yeah, so she's really using like the image and like the leadership that Oswald had, what he meant to the people in his name. She's going to recruit these people.
Pretty words, Dane. But the men of Theovard have their own battles to fight.
So we're told by this Reeve that there are troops, there are
Their own
allies that
battles to
he
fight.
can add to our cause. But first, we sort of need to do him a favor. Is that right?
Let me get this
Yeah,
wheel
so,
set up.
Obviously, these people have been run down by Ruud and the impact he's had on the territory. So I think
kinda
a lot
feeling a
these
little
people
bit of
have
Dark
sort
Souls later
lost
on.
hope.
I don't know.
And so you need to show
Or
them
maybe-
that there is hope. And so here, Eivor is basically helping them take back one of their prized locations by taking a couple men and raiding a nearby township, basically taking it back for the people and showing that there's a reason to continue fighting, and then get them on your side.
Assassin's Creed for you look worse and worse since the 5th.
when Eivor does this, obviously you
That's
have
all
access to a
underage.
full suite of abilities. So again, the improvements that we've done to the fight system. You have some
Fuck that.
brutal axe throwing in there. You have archery
That's
or like
bro,
range
that's too
combat
easy for me.
abilities in there as well. So really, again, like depending on what your playstyle
Low
is,
level.
you can customize your
That's too
loadout
easy, bro.
and go in there how you wish.
Fizz, we just saw this giant pulse go out. What exactly was that?
So that is what we call the Odin sight. The Odin sight is basically our interpretation of the eagle vision from previous games, and we thought it was good to sort of bring that back. It's basically Eivor's intuition. It's how she perceives the world. When player uses that, it'll highlight basically interactive objects, like things that will bring her an advantage. So we'll have arrows, like health consumables that are in there. So it really is like a good way of sort of understanding the world and showing you like things.
There
that
you go.
can
Now
go
that's
and
a
touch.
fucking challenge with the blindfold though.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of
Get
things
my,
we can touch, we just picked up this awesome new weapon.
It's something we wanted to play with on Assassin's
Let me
Creed
get these,
Valhalla,
these pedals
where
ready.
We have fewer weapons in the
And
game,
get some drives
but you
in.
can invest in them more, so they become your weapon.
gonna go
And
get
so
me a
depending
beer.
on what your preferred playstyle is.
I'm on a
or your
diet right
preferred
now. I
weapon
shouldn't be drinking
type,
beer,
then
but
you can go and choose.
I picked up
I'm
a
gonna
6-pack
fight
yesterday. I was
with
like,
this
ah.
weapon and invest heavily into that.
Not only are we looting weapons, but
No,
we see
at
something
least
here
it's not
called the
12.
Book of Knowledge. Can you tell us a little bit more
Right.
about that?
They unlock skills for the player. So here you can see the Valkyrie dive that has just been unlocked. We have these spread out throughout the world. So again, to promote exploration and discovery, as you travel through the
Drinking
world,
and driving?
explore
Virtually, yeah.
locations, you can find these books.
Yo,
that
I
will
drive
add
better when I'm drunk.
abilities
What
that
are
you
you
can
talking
go
about? Or tipsy?
and invest in, put into your loadout, then go
In-game.
into the different locations with the different quests in the game, and use those depending on what your playstyle is.
As a female. This is the only game I'm looking forward to buying. November. Oh, nice.